Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about swing trading stocks. We are going to be pretty much breaking down pretty much how I became a full-time trader and some of the positions we're holding, some stocks with some opportunity. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. Like, subscribe, do what you guys do. And for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Carter. I've been a full-time swing trader in the stock market for over 6 years. And with that being said, we do have an amazing school where I teach people how to trade, my strategies, my mindset, pretty much how I find stock and opportunity. Check it out down below. You guys can use code HALF-OFF, 50% off. It's in the chat pinned. So check it out right now. But let's jump into this here. So when it comes to swing trading stocks, what do I look for? What are some stocks with some opportunity? So this was more of a more recent swing trade that I took here, and this is on actually Carvana. Now you guys can see this stock here announced an earnings report, and then shortly after went from about $85 all the way up to about $122 a share, and then continued to rally its way up all the way up to $128 a share. So an incredible move. Now, one of the things here when evaluating a stock and looking for opportunity, this was one of my more recent stocks that I actually shorted. So pretty much shorting is betting for the stock to go down. And pretty much what I am looking at here is a stock that was super overvalued. It was trading for about a 92 on the RSI, which the RSI is the relative strength index. It pretty much determines if a stock's overvalued or undervalued or anything like that. And you guys can see it was trading for near and around a 92 to 93. The last time it was trading for that was all the way back in here, where the stock went from about $60 all the way down to about $40 a share, which, yes, this wasn't during, or around an earnings report. I'm well aware of that, but still it was a 31% sell-off here. So fast forward to today, or the other day, where we had this huge move going up because of an earnings. Any action often in the stock market is an overreaction. So I kind of realized we were super overvalued on the RSI, and we had this great sell-off and then more sell-off. It sold off near and around 7% before we hopped out. And one of the reasons why we hopped out was because we did get, a decent day here today where it went up. Yes, I did short. This is unusual. I never do this. It was just a stock that I was super confident pretty much with the play. Yes, I did short. I did short this play. But the rest of the stocks, we are all long on with most of the same strategies that we talk about with this channel. So I just wanted to be completely upfront and transparent about this. This is something I normally don't do. I just saw an opportunity. I took it and didn't look back. All right, now let's talk about some of the stocks that we are holding right now. We talked about some of these here over the past or last week, I believe. A lot of these stocks actually were stocks with opportunity on our opportunity list, so let's kind of talk about it here. The first play that we are in on is Target. Now, one of the reasons I love it here, or love this stock here, is you guys can see we have this nice upward trend here. Stock's gone from about $110 or $100 all the way up to $181 in the matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 months, 7 months. Now, anytime a stock goes up that much that quick, we do get some sell-off. Then the stock went from about 181 all the way down to 156. Now, looking at these lines here, we have the blue line as well as the red line. The red line is the 200-day moving average line, and then the blue is going to be the 90-day moving average line. I use the EMA. We did get a lot of people ask in the course what moving average lines I use. I use the EMA. This is the difference. So this is the other moving average line, the SMA, and then this is the EMA. Both of them are very similar, but one of the things here that I do like about the EMA is they hug the stock a little closer, as you can see. So this is the other one, the SMA. It does use, a lot of support here with moving average lines, and it just takes a little longer to swing compared to the EMA, where it hugs the stock a little tighter. In my opinion, you can find a little more opportunity with it, as well as more support and resistance lines. So that's the thing about these moving average lines. When the stock is above it, like it is up here, we've seen tendencies of getting support and resistance. So you guys can see the second the stock fell below the moving average lines, it acted as resistance. Then recently it broke out above it. Now it tapped it. We got a decent entry near and around this 157 area. Recently, the stock did squeeze up to about the 163 area. So as of right now, we are up pretty decent, near and around 3%, which is pretty decent, pretty good. And one of the things here I do think we could possibly see is some sort of trend line breakout. You guys can see I drew this trend line here, and what I want to show you guys is a stock on a downward trend with at least 3 touches on that trend line. We could possibly see a reversal where it breaks out like it did right here. Boom, the stock starts the squeeze here and then continues to rally that way. I'm sure if we go back and we look at like previous history with this stock, you guys can kind of see. So something even like this, where it has a minimum of 3 touches, boom, boom, like that. Now, you guys can see it hits it once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Stock broke out above that trend, used it as support, and rallied its way up. It did release, dividends here and some sort of earnings, but nonetheless, you guys can see that these understanding trend lines are super, super important with trading. But let's move on to the next stock here. Is going to be Ross Stores. Ross Stores here is another stock. Instead of using the 90 moving average line, we liked the 200 days, so the red line. The main difference between the 90 and the 200 is going to be the pretty much support and resistance level. So the 200 is going to be a harder support than the 90. So we understood that, as well as one of the things here, it's traded below these moving average lines in the past. So what I mean by that is before we get buying pressure, it's not like it hits it. I mean, it does occasionally, but it's not like it hits it and we immediately get buying pressure. There's about a 2% dip below these moving average lines before we get buying pressure. And you guys can see it dipped down below it. And as we went and we looked at like the hourly chart, you guys can kind of see, let's remove these so you guys can see it a little better here. So as we look below it here, you guys can see it dipped below these moving average lines and continued to ride its wave down. Now, us looking for opportunity, we like to look for a trend, some sort of reversal. And that's kind of what we saw here, where the stock slowly started squeezing its way up. So Ross Stores, we called it out last week. It was a pretty solid play. Another play that we're in on is going to be ticker symbol CR. What is this? CRH. This one here was right on the 90-day moving average line. We got in near and around this 77 area. As of right now, it's trading for 80. Hopefully we can get a push back up to 82. I could and most likely should have taken profit a little sooner on this trade, but still happy with it. We could still get a good little entry, or a good little exit, I should say, coming soon. Last one here that we're in on is going to be AMD. AMD, we're looking for a very similar situation with Target and Ross. You guys can see we had those downward trends, broke out above those trend lines. Same thing here with AMD. We have that nice downward trend. Hopefully we can get a breakout above that trend where it rallies and we can get some buying pressure past these moving average lines. So these are all the positions that we're continuing to hold as of right now. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and don't forget to check out our school where you guys can learn different strategies and how to find these stocks with opportunity, or stocks that I'm holding. Check it out. But let's jump into some stocks with some opportunities. Some of these are going to be positions that we honestly just kind of missed the train. And the thing about swing trading is a lot of it is like asset allocation, meaning if that's just say you have $100 in your account, whether you have 100 or 100,000, and that's just say you take $50 and you put it into AMD, and then you put another $50 into Target, and then you put another, and now you're already out in your money. So we all only have certain number of funds, right? So some of these are positions that honestly I thought had a bunch of opportunity. We just didn't have the size to go in with confidence here. So this one here is ticker symbol ABUS. We really liked it right on that trend line here. Stock went from about 265 to 290. It was a fantastic trade. right on the moving average line, 10% growth, in the matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Great trade. Probably should have traded this one. This was the best play. How is nobody talking about the $7 billion stimulus coming that includes a bunch of cannabis tax breaks, medical coverage? I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. I know there is a bunch of tax breaks for that cannabis coming soon, so I'll have to look into it. I know what's one of those cannabis stocks, Tilray. I know is a big one. What is it? TLRY. Pretty volatile. We've seen, downward trend here. Pretty missed earnings is what it looks like. But yeah, I'll have to look into it before I make any, major decision here. But getting back on track, you guys can see we had that nice upward trend right on the trend line, getting buying pressure. So we thought we could get a nice move going forward. Then we got EMR. We talked about this stock last week, right on that 90-day moving average line, squeezed up. I don't hold during earnings, and we'll talk about two examples of why I don't. So we have EMR, which caused the stock to squeeze up. It squeezed up about 9%. Then if we look at another stock that was on our watch list is Airbnb, which is the complete opposite. You guys can see, we actually could see one of the reasons Airbnb is still on my watch list, could see a nice move going forward here, just more of a short-term 1 to 2 day trade. Seeing if we can get some sort of reversal, just because any action is often an overreaction in the market. So could see a nice move from the 47 to 53 area would be pretty cool. We got EQX here, right on the 90-day moving average line. You guys can see we got that nice squeeze going up, curled down, hit it as support once. Could see a nice move going again here. Then we got ASX here, kind of just consolidating along these moving average lines, not moving too much. Had a recent earnings, didn't do good nor bad. Just one of those stocks here I threw on watch just because it's near and around one of those moving average lines with an upward trend. And I think if we could get pretty much near and around that $10, could see some opportunity there. We got PBYI here, just kind of consolidating along these 200-day moving average lines. Could see a nice move of that breakout here. Hopefully we get a nice move, kind of like how it did here where it broke out. Could see a nice move there as well. We have SPR. This one here, we're actually not looking at the 90-day moving average line. We've been we've been having the stock on watch for a minute now. We missed this move a little bit ago, but now what we're looking at is an opportunity to break out above this trend, which could be very, very interesting here. So see a nice move going forward. And it's all we're looking at. This is a kind of an example here. Where we have that downward trend, we enter on the break here, and the stock rallies up. So that's just kind of a little example of what we're kind of looking at here. Another one, train kind of already left the station with LYB. Nice move on that 90-day moving average line, squeezed up to 107. We got Kraft. Kraft is still consolidating among the 200-day moving average line. Had a recent earnings, kind of disappointed, and then continue to sell off. And one of the things here that I'm kind of looking at is you guys can see these massive moves where the stock sells off due to an earnings, kind of like Airbnb. What I am proposing is if you can get a good buy, often, normally that next day is a pretty green day. Everybody's trying to buy that dip, and then it continues to rally down or up or whatever. But that next day could be a very, very good day for a reversal or short-term reversal. But yeah, these are some of the plays here. We got LYB, train kind of already left here like we said. We got HST right on that 200-day moving average line. Had a recent earnings, kind of disappointed. So it's one of those plays where if we go to like the hourly chart, you guys can see it just kind of just selling off below these moving average lines. It's not really breaking out above them. So we'll stay away from that one most likely. We got TRMB, very similar thing. Just kind of fell below those moving average lines. The only time we got that nice move above it, like right here, was going to be after hours. So good luck with that. But yeah, then we got Marriott, very similar thing. If we go to the daily, it does look a little better here, right on that support, the price support, and it's near and around that 90-day moving average line. We have that nice wedge where we could see a nice move. So MAR is definitely on watch here. Then the last one we're going to be talking about is going to be the PKG, right on that nice upward trend on that trend line here. The rest of the ones I believe we talked about, yes. But guys, yeah, so these are going to be all the stocks with some sort of opportunity, stocks that we're holding. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And don't forget to check out my school where you guys can learn how to find these plays. It's absolutely fantastic. And, you know, I hope you guys like this. Where is it? Right there. My little Monopoly guy. I had him facing this way if you guys watched a lot of our older videos. So I thought it would have been cooler to have it behind me. But yeah, we'll end it here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget to check out our school, and don't forget to check out our Traders Journal. That'll be down below for you guys as well. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care.